The basic civilities were observed, but these two men have little common ground. Any dialogue is progress, though, even if expectations for these talks are low. Petro Poroshenko brought his 15-point peace plan to Minsk. He's been talking about it since June, but even though the Ukrainian army has been pushing the separatists in eastern Ukraine hard, he's not yet convinced Russia to accept it.
Буде розроблена на базі мирного плану дорожня карта.
A roadmap will be made on a basis of the peace plan, and we will try to have consultations through the three sides contact group to reach a ceasefire as soon as possible, which will be secured by the representatives of the monitoring mission of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which will be able to monitor and verify the ceasefire, which has to be two-sided by any means.
On top of the war, Vladimir Putin is clearly still angry that Kiev has spurned his Eurasian customs union in favor of the EU.
In this situation, Russia cannot remain inactive, and we will have to, I want to stress this, we will have to take retaliatory measures to protect our market, in full accordance with the CIS agreement on a free trade zone and WTO rules.
That means Russia is likely to scrap the few import preferences that remain for Ukraine. The European Union, keen to prevent this crisis from creating more economic pain on the continent, has articulated its proposal for de-escalation.
We called for a ceasefire linked to the proper management of borders, the importance of ensuring that humanitarian support reach people in a proper manner, in full line with international law.
In the short term, Petro Poroshenko probably has the upper hand in these negotiations. The Ukrainian army has made big gains against the pro-Russian rebels, but it hasn't beaten them yet. And the longer the fighting goes on, the more the balance of power is likely to swing back in Moscow's favor. That's because Russia has shut off Ukraine's gas supply, and Moscow's leverage will increase as winter approaches. If peace is to be achieved, these two presidents will have to find a middle ground that is acceptable to their citizens back home. It will probably take more than one round of talks to get there, but at least the process has started. Rory, Challands, Al Jazeera, Minsk.